Wrap up for the month of June. Hello, my magical book fairies. Welcome or welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a June wrap-up video. Just letting y'all know, I did read a lot this month, and there are a couple of things that I am proud of for this month, which are 2 DNFs, which I'll explain here in a bit. So, yeah, if you're new to my channel, by the end of every month, the beginning of the next month, I always do a wrap-up of all the books I read the previous month, and a total in those stats and everything. So, yeah. Anyways, grab your drink, grab your snack, get comfy, get cozy, and let's get on with the video. Here are the June stats. Books I've read, 11. Total pages, 3,908 pages. Total recs, total recommendations, 10. Total DNFs, 2, which you'll hear here in a minute. Total 5 stars, 4. Favorite book, A Man Called Of by Frederick Backman, which it was really hard. Picking a 5-star read was really hard. And the worst book, which is actually 2 in the reason of DNFs, is Mason Jar Mayhem by Trisha something, and The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. So, yeah. Now let's get on with the books I've read in June. Okay, so the first book, which is a DNF, is Mason Jar Mayhem by Trisha Goye and somebody else. I started it on the first day of June. It's like, okay, getting into it, like maybe 90 pages in, I was like, okay, you know what, it's a DNF, and I was so close to 100, so don't call on me on it. It just made no sense and everything. So I have nothing to say about that except I DNF'd it. No thoughts on that, and yeah, and I donated the book and all the other Sugar Creek Amish books that I had to a local thrift store as well. So this book is The Honeycrisp Orchard Inn, which is by Valerie Brown. I started it on the 1st and I finished it on the 4th of June. I gave it a 4.75 stars. It was super cozy. I totally recommend it for sure. But just reading a fall time is more like a cozy fall time, and it's just a new book. Oh my god, it was so good, and I loved it. This book needs to be talked about enough, and it just gave me those vibes, and I can't wait to read book 2 whenever it comes out, that's for sure. And it was gifted by my friend, who you'll see in next week's video. Next is A Man Called Of. I started this by Frederick Backman. I started this on the 4th of June and I finished it on the 6th, so about 2 days worth. Oh, so freaking good. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It was so good. I loved it. It was so good. It was my first 5-star of the month. I laughed, I cried, I got angry when I needed to be. It's so good. I don't think this book is talked about enough, but I know the author is. And if it is talked about enough, it needs to be talked about more. And just letting you know, I watched the movie before the book, and I know I'm going to get called out on it, but I did read the book, like, as you can hear. And it was so good, but, oh my god, the ending. If you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil it, but like I said, it is a 5-star read. And I think you would love it. Next is Spark at the Everflame, which honestly I've been wanting to read for a while since y'all been since booktubers and everybody was talking about it. So I did finally read it. Spark at the Everflame by Penn Cole. I gave it 4 stars. It was so good. Like, come on, the twists and turns. I loved it, and I do recommend. And I did give it 4 stars. So yeah, was Ella and Hillebrand's The Academy, which I started on the 9th and I ended it on the 12th because honestly at that point I was like, you know what, it's a DNF. I tried to get into it. I think I made it like 100 and something pages in. I was like, you know what, I can't. Pages were long, the chapters were together, and just like, you know what, that makes no sense to me, so I just DNF'd it. So that was my other DNF of the month. And I'm proud of myself because I've given myself it doesn't get good by 100 and something pages or before 100. I'm DNFing. So next is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. It was a good, comfy, cozy book, and I totally get the hype of it, and I do recommend. And I feel like it's more like a fall cozy book to read in the fall, although it's really good and I do love it. I did give it 4 stars, and yeah, and the plot was amazing as well. So like I said, 4 stars. I do recommend. And next book is Lynn Painter's First and Forever, which I read in one whole day. Y'all, not even kidding. I started on the 17th, and then I finished it on the 17th. So it was a short book because of 304 pages. So yeah, honestly, I finished it. Next book is Lynn Painter's First and Forever, which I read in one whole day. Y'all, not even kidding. I started on the 17th, and then I finished it on the 17th. So it was a short book because of 304 pages. So yeah, honestly, I finished it. It was a 5-star, and honestly, I did not know Lynn Painter wrote adult romance novels, but honestly, she did. Next is Starside by Alex Astor, which just came out this year. I started on the 18th and I finished it on the 20th, and oh my god, that book was so good. Like it was so close to be my favorite book. It was like that close, neck and neck, but A Man Called Odd just got my heart. And it was so good. The cliffhanger that I got left on, if you know, you know. If you read the book, you would know. I got so angry because of that. And I told my sister, I was like, I just finished it. Now what am I supposed to do? Which is like, I don't know. And then I told her about the cliffhanger. She's like, what? She's like, I hope it doesn't come out next year. And then we found out it comes out, I think, comes out this year. So I was like, oh, good. And then I told my mom about it. She's like, I hate when that happens. Like, so bad. But I hate cliffhangers. Especially when the show that you watch that you really love and they don't renew for a new season. Like, what the hell? I'm excited to read book 2. And it's really high on my TBR this year for book 2. If not, the next year. I do recommend. It's a 5-star, and honestly, boom, mind blown. Next is The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst, which is actually on my new releases page this year, and it finally just came out to my library anyway. And honestly, it was so good. It was so good, cozy vibes. It's a young adult and everything, and honestly, I loved it. It's mostly fantasy, not romance, just letting you know. So if you're just like, oh, I'm going to read a fantasy romance, this is not your book. But if you just want to read like straight, mostly fantasy, read it. It's so good. I highly recommend. Give it a 4-star, and it's a brand new book. I'm surprised, but honestly, it just gave me cozy, comfy vibes. That is for sure. So this is mostly, like I said, it's mostly fantasy, less than romance. Just telling. Next is the fine print, book 1 of the Dreamland Billionaire series, which I started on the 22nd and I finished on the 25th, so it took me about 3 days. So good. The book was good. Spice Spicy, just a little, like, not this much. Like, if it was spicy, that would be a 5. This is about a 3 spice, 4 spice, about it here. But it was so good. I loved it. It just gave me Disney vibes, even though it's kind of based on that. But then again, not really. But oh my god, it was so good. And I cannot wait to read book 2 in July. Yes. Like, honestly, that is for sure. And I loved it. And I gave it 5 stars. And I get the hype of the book. I do, and I can't wait to read book 2. And then hopefully I can finish book 3 in August. Fingers crossed. You hear me, TBR gods? This is Just Friends by Haley Pham? I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I am so sorry. Pham. She is a content creator and a bookish content creator, and I do follow her. I do see her on my TikTok page once in a while, on my YouTube feed and stuff like that. I gave it a 4 stars, and it was her debut novel, and it was so good. Some people were hating on it, but honestly, I loved it. It was so good. I loved the flashbacks and everything. It was so good. Honestly, I loved them. So I gave it 4 stars, and I do recommend. And I started on the 26th, and I finished it on the 26th. Next is 7 All Alone by Christy McKay. I gave it 2 stars. It was almost my worst reading, but I decided if it any day and after, automatically my worst books. It was okay. Don't recommend. It was literally not that great, so that's all I'm gonna say. Lastly, we got Sunkiss. I read it on the 28th, and I finished it on the 29th, so yesterday by the time I filmed this video. Anyways, it was good. I gave it, I think I gave it 4 stars, if I remember. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. And it was cute, it was good, and I started it on the way to my sister's softball game, but she got eliminated from the tournament. And she's in the room, she's not happy that I said that, but you know what, she did good, and it was her first season doing softball. But she might do it next year, she might not, who knows, that's up to her, she has the whole year ahead of her. It was a super cute, cozy book, and no spice whatsoever. Cute little book. I do recommend, especially for the summer. Read it in the summer. It was super cute, super good, and yeah. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what books, because I will do a I don't know. I might do a wrap up on TikTok. I'm not sure, but I do gotta post more on TikTok. Although I just posted a video yesterday, the day before I'm filming this, on TikTok. So if you see, there's a new bookshelf on in my room. So anyways, I will see you all next week for another video. Okay, my lovely magical book fairies.